undesirables, that them say, most of them don't care for the ghetto youth. Whoa now, Babylon no more now. People that say Marcus alone now.
Studio 99 H.R.S. That's Hermitage Reunion Studios. We are getting all the information that we can so we can further our knowledge of the community. And then so far as we can move on to make our community a better place to live.
My name is Baulgoubind Ramdeen.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sir, there's so much to be said.
Right.
Well,
we know you're a member of the 12th tribe. We know.
yes, I'm a member of 12 tribe.
You know, you're a foundation member of the community.
I'm a member of the post office, past and present. I present and pass. Also a member of the Jamaica Passporters Workers Association. Yes, and an executive member of the 12th tribe of Israel. Also, well, I'm just a person who just try to keep humble, you know, and I deal with positive ideas and reasoning.
Well,
having a conscious outlook on life, both for myself and for the younger generations in the fields of education. I always encourage them to get education and advance themselves. And in the field of sports also, you know, you must take some part in sports, be active somewhere. There's so many different sports events, and you can be a part of the sporting body, you know, and become active and motivate also. The time I came into the community, I come live here in 1948, when Hermitage never exists. It just open land. Yeah. And after the storm, 1951 storm, about a year or two after that, the scheme was developed. They start to, government come in and start to cut up the land and put in the roads and things. And then by 1953, 54, houses were built. Houses were built right through. So by 1954, so the end of 54, 55, people start to come in to occupy houses. The first part was up at Beaumont Road. The first set of people coming to live up at Beaumont Road, from where Tigo lived to where Benno. Yeah, both sides of that part of Beaumont Road. The road come
so
round.
The Fairway, that was one of the first set.
All of them were up there, sir.
Yes.
On that road, the original people.
Yes.
They might have a few people sell out and things.
Bryans and so on.
Yes, but the original people were there. Right? So that was the earlier part. Then by say 55, 56, a lot of people, other people came in and started to occupy all the roads them.
So
like Bailey Road.
In 50, 51, 52, you have a lot of empty lots or empty houses, as you say.
Yeah, because there was building and then some of them never finished.
Yes.
But the infrastructure was there, but them never finished. So by the time them start finish, people came in because people, you know, probably was endless to get their house them.
Yeah.
So they started came in and start to occupy different places. And the community was really, really nice and peaceful in those days. Not that it don't peaceful now, but it's not like in those days. It was more like pure family. Everybody was family. Although you were blood related, but you were family.
Family.
Yes, you know, people live and share and party and
Rural settings
yeah,
all for that kind of thing.
right. So that was the kind of love that was here, and also the peace, because you can't say love and you not say peace, in the sense I say the people live peaceful. Whenever I have no war and vexation and these things in those days. Some of that developed afterward. The link with the university and Hermitage was very close, because maybe they don't like the word I'm going to use, but Hermitage was like an experimental center, meaning to say the trainees, from nurse to doctors, they come and deal with the people first in Hermitage. The Augustine and the Great Augustine was part, but specifically for Hermitage, I know that a lot of the doctors and the trainees and the lecturers came through here. Some live here as students and graduate from here too. Living here and graduated, and there's a few names I can still remember that I can call.
I'd love for you to call with me.
Yeah, well, man like, I say, Professor Barry Shevers. I use him first. He's not the first, but started him as somebody that reached that heights. Right? You have the peace management man, what's his name? Levy, R.S. Levy. Used to live right up there, sir. Barry Shevers lived down there on Crosskill. That's same Crosskill where the party TV is smaller brother, or older brother. Him named Darrell Crosskill. Still alive in England now. Jerry used to in the area, Jerry Small, Peter Phillips, people like those who branch out, and G. White, I'm trying to remember some of the names. See, I've had to see this paper, I could try to memorize some of the names them and people them.
I was speaking specifically Hermitage.
Yeah. And well, those was the people linked with the university, mainly. There's a few others, I can't remember the name them right now, but probably by reasoning them, the name them will come back. But you have other people who wasn't student, but there were people in the community where they helped to keep the community together in a sense as sports. Man like Nonon, Anna Jones, Walker them around here, and even my brother was a part of the UIC youth club and go on to crickets and table tennis and them before they migrate. And Mr. Powell.
Mr. Powell was the man who was
of the shop.
At the
and
top.
The club.
Shop and the club.
Club. He owned the club too in those days. Right.
Where's that club? Where was that club?
The same place where the school,
In front of the church?
Yes.
Right.
That was Hermitage Club.
Right.
Yes.
And I heard it was the first club with accommodation for persons who want to stay over.
Yeah, it had some rooms.
And that's in Kingston, first club in Kingston with that kind of setting.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so.
Okay.
And I think it was one of the first club with balcony.
Yes.
You could go up on the top and dance and thing.
So Hermitage was a kind of top community.
Yes, and even the Hermitage Domino Club was a standout club during those days. All over Jamaica.
Were there any other clubs?
Never know of any more where exist. Not in Hermitage.
Right.
We're talking about Hermitage.
Yeah.
You had other clubs like where Papine and Top and probably Augustine, 1 and 2, but there wasn't big like this and up to date.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, if football, even those early days, I remember I used to go and watch football where you have young stars and old stars. From them time there. I don't see them play them kind of match there again. Because them encourage the elders them and all that, even for like a half an hour game. You don't have to play full time, but just say entertainment.
Yeah.
Cricket used to play around here. It was mainly a cricket ground.
Yes.
And when we have matches...
That's at the Hermitage Sports Complex.
Yes, that's around at the ball ground here. When them have cricket, all the old stars them, so, somebody very old, or probably the oldest person in Hermitage right now is Mr. Becky,
Yes.
as a male.
Yes.
Him still alive, and his faculty is still in order. So if you talk to him, he will tell you. But when me and him talk, our reason, because I was there as younger generation amongst them. I used to bring them back with them lunch and them ice in them thermos and them liquor and sit down on the side and then eat and drink and game continue going on and they enjoy cricket.
Right. Festive.
Yeah,
Festive.
man like Tata Jones, a teacher, Mr. Walker, John Gray, Mr. Gray up at top, that's how him name again. And right side away doggy there in the yard.
White.
Mr. White. And people like those.
What about Uncle, that big man who used to operate the park, the Creation, 100%? I don't hear anyone speak about
Uncle.
him. He used to live in front of Miss Tyndale there. That big man.
Oh, yeah, I know Uncle though. Uncle Auntie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they used to call him wife Auntie and call him Uncle. Yeah. They were fun-loving people to us elders, like cricket and I don't see them very active outside of like the Citizen Association. They attend the Citizen Association. They were more homely people.
Yes.
You don't even see them at party more and so.
Yes.
But like 9 nights set up funeral, they come out and pay the respect.
Yes.
You understand? He was that kind of person. Yeah, some will come out and pass through the youngsters and them there. And I know they used to have a lot of parties.
Yes.
A lot of every week or weekend. Yeah, somebody have a birthday.
Hermitage was more like a fun, loving
Yes,
place.
as I'm telling you, yes. So
Yes.
lot of the house them here. Party keeper them. I always attend them party dancing all them house. You see about you see people there. Yes. Yes. And those was good times, real good times.
It was a good time. Tell me about the relationship with Hermitage and Augustine from the get-go.
Well, with the Hermitage Augustine, it was in the earlier days. And, Hermitage is Hermitage, Augustine is Augustine, but it's so near that it come like one place. People from down that 10 things up here, people from up here 10 things down, they support one another and them things. I know a lot of people in Augustine.
Yeah.
I didn't know how some of the Betty lights
Yes.
go back to that period.
Behind the wall that you're sitting there is a bed of light. Wall.
Miss Bedwood.
Yeah.
I know Miss Bedwood too. Yeah. Well, people like them, like Brother Shea and Miss Irvin and people, somebody can come and Brother Bide and all those people. They were better lights. And they raise animal and they plant and they burn coal on them hills, this hill and that hill. I say, I and my sister, when we small, we used to visit these people. They did love us.
Yes.
Because to my parents, them and them know, my parents, them always be cultivators and raise animal. And my father used to do in butchery. So I always go buy goats, so I'll follow him 5 goat in kilo weekend time. And him no eat she-goat meat. A straight ram goat, so when him buy a goat, then get a piece of rope and get say, hold them boy. And you hold them and you lead them come up and thing. And when him kill the meat, kill the goats and the meat, family first get, there's a few people outside get, but the most of the meat sell to the university. The doctors and the lecturers, them at college command, man like Professor Cruikshank, can call some of the names them, Professor Cruikshank, Professor Brass, Professor Lewis Grant, Professor McKay, and some other names. I can't remember all the names, but those, me used to follow my father would deliver meat. Collect money and think John Figaro.
Yes.
Same Figaro them where to him son is that the other one of the economist Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
And the other one in my finance.
Baulgoubind.
Another
Figaro,
one.
you say?
Yeah, Figaro, Mark Figaro, I'm a doctor.
Yes, yes.
Me had some program there. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's a famous name.
Yeah, he's a famous. And the younger brother, him is an economist. Yeah, people like them.
Yeah.
And then you have like Mr. Lewis, who was I think his wife was Liberian.
Yeah.
That's the same two fat youth there, where start Inner Circle. West Road them come from. Now, me know them from a little boy.
Hermitage here.
No, not Hermitage. I used to live at West Road,
West Road.
up on the campus. But this was their giant in here. This is where them come eat pirambula.
Yeah.
In Hermitage, there are people like Prilly Hamilton,
Yeah.
David Madden. There's a youth used to live around here, so we sing, hey, fatty boom boom, Carl Malcolm. Right around house, what you say, Valley live. At this time, used to live.
In Hermitage.
Yes. I hear that, but most of them in the early days of music and them thing there, it was David Madden and Prilly I know, outstanding. They did have one and two other people, but they never active into band and thing. But that guitar and play, you know, like John, shine it in the later, always having guitar and sing and thing.
Tell me, I heard stories that the Tough Gang crew and the 12th tribe used to come down by your place and rehearse and so.
Then it's not my home them used to rehearse, but it's over the next yard.
Yeah.
But what happened? Because Sangi was living there, and him is a writer, a singer, and a musician and thing. The rehearsal used to go on at his yard. But when the artists them came, they didn't want to stay in there. They come over my yard, come sit down, and them smoke, and them play domino, and them reason until the MC say, the Brown are your time next. And then call him and then go and then sing and then come back over the yard. Someone like Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Freddie McGregor, and some other known name. I can't remember. Some groups are probably you know, we might hear the song Skill Cool Creators. You know, groups like them there were company scene, Visioneers. You were supposed to know Charlie from Gold and them was part of Visioneer crew and thing, you know. But all of these was a lot of musicians, lot. Then you have man like Bagger who was the bass player, Pablo Dixon was the organist, even Steely and Clevey things. Steel, you know Steely from Steely, a little boy. And Pablo teach him. Yeah. And he used to do at my yard. He used to do right at my yard. There's enough of them, of the youth them. And the good thing about it is that when they become adults, they never forget. Anywhere we meet up, it was the same people.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
There's a lot of respect.
Yes. It's amazing how since those times it's like was the innocent years. I was talking to Dan the other day and he used that word.
Yes, I would go with that too. I would go with that too.
Innocent years.
Call it that, the innocent years.
Yes.
Not that you never guilty of something. Make me be fair.
Yes.
But in a greater period, you could call it that.
Innocent.
Yes, the innocent years.
Yes.
You understand?
All right, since we're using that term, the innocent years, Then I know Hermitage since late 70s and up into the 80s.
You came here.
Right.
Right.
And
I know your mother.
yes.
Yeah. And I know your brothers, them and
Right.
thing. Yeah.
And so I assume that politics has played a part in the changing of the kind of inner sense that we spoke about.
Well, with politics, I'll tell you, in the early times, the politics was more like fun. People with just they're down here, which is Augustine from them time. The people down here and the people up here. And I, as a young man and a young boy in those days, when one party win, which is two party of PMP and JLP, when one win, I remember them used to have broom and then come at the bar and say them a sweep out labor right.
I remember this saying that all who feel and get no bat.
Yeah.
That was kind of a kind of thing, like the same thing with the broom thing.
Right, but they used to use that term, but here where them use that. Since you win, you buy the drink.
Yes.
It's like I feel I don't get the bad same way.
Yes, yes.
So because your party lose, you're done.
Yeah.
But there was a cheerful, say the PMP party win up here because it was Kiba money.
Yeah.
Kiba money used to win before the Prime Minister win by over 10,000. The whole year was more like PMP.
Yes.
So him always win up here. So like the PMP where I see them come in a pole bar and no August and they put on a drink. And then drink and eat and joke about this and that and hug up. There was a war, no vexation. A man said, next time, man, my party win next time. You know, that kind of joy. Yeah, so people take it with a laughter. In later years, politics, yes, divide the whole place up here, like we divide other places in Jamaica. For now, we in this area must give much thanks.
All right. What is your thoughts on that great initiative that was championed by Studio 99 H.R.S. that was called the Hermitage Reunion?
Well, I think I was in the foundation of that, like when it was going to put together. But man like you, by reason when it started, you invite me and I question certain things and give some ideas too. And for me, I would endorse it and hope that it will continue for a very long time because it is a good idea. Although Hermitage is like a pocket community, it stands out with unity, right? And some of that love I was talking about still overflow. It might not run like Hope River.
Yeah.
It's a little stream, but it's still there. You understand what I'm saying? So, everything, you're not born big. You go up through stages.
Yes.
So it's good that it's hard.
Yes.
And that is a stage like you're climbing up a ladder, going stage by stage. And I think that the younger generation now, who active in sports mainly, and education, they are looking and seeing the value of this now, and they want to be a part. They want to contribute.
Yes.
From
I would love for their contribution.
from my reason with them, getting to reason with a couple of them guys and things. And some of the girls them too, because I might say guys and thing up your guys me attack, some of the girls them too. Yes, they have that spirit. But they just want somebody to push them, or encourage them further. And say, you're a good netball player, look at your height and you could be a good scorer and thing.
Yes.
You remember cricket?
Yes.
All right, that's where she come from.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
She was one of the best school in Jamaica net by. Miss Beryl daughter, man, her mother was a
Yeah,
conductor.
man. She was a basketball player in the US.
Yes,
She's
yeah.
Simone.
Something like that.
Right.
You do your thing.
How do you see what we call corner life in Hermitage? How do you see the corner guys and the men on the corner?
Well,
How do you see
the
those?
men is young men on the corner. You don't find a lot of girls on the corner. And you can sum up it in many different ways, because when you talk to them, you have to go by some of what them say. So somebody say it's lack of work while in the pan corner. But I always encourage them and say, look, you're the pan corner and thing, you need to learn a trade. Get a job. Or further your education, go evening class, get a job, they might sponsor you, go to evening class. You must deal with education, so you can advance yourself. And when you advance, you can help you advance others.
Yes.
See? So, with the kind of thing, as I say, they have all kind of talk. And I respect them for them talk. It means that I follow them with them talk. Everybody free to their own opinion, but your opinion I don't must agree with it. Right. I will listen, but I don't must agree with it.
Right. When I pass on the corner, especially this leading corner, lazy corner, and I look around, most of the guys I see on there have an occupation.
Yes.
Some of them work for the government. Some of them go out and work and come in back as well.
Some are professional people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I guess some, but not really all of them. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. How do you rate the community as a place to live? How do you rate, Hermitage?
Well,
From a 1 to 10.
For me personally, I don't think I want to live nowhere else in Jamaica but Hermitage. I tell you the truth.
Yeah.
If you haven't get the offer, like when I travel on my brother and family, they want me to come.
Yeah.
I said, no. Me, I go back home. Me will come and visit and spend some time. But I think Jamaica is my place,
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere else in the future. But for now, my children, them, born right as and my grandchildren start to born here.
Yes.
Right? So, me would encourage people who want to come and come and live. And don't come and live and be you lock with yourself. Associate yourself. There's events going on and certain little thing, whether a fish fry or a little dance or a little party or a sports going on. Just come out. You don't have to stay the whole time. Support, even for an hour. Make people see your face. You intermix and socialize so people can know you. And you can meet other people, because that's a part of life.
Sometimes you need a medium for persons like that to come out. Like in the innocent years, as we spoke about, but clubs like Sunlight, Spotlight, and Dunkirk, Seas Youth Club.
Yeah, International 12 and all them things.
Right.
Yeah, I know about them
so
things.
Persons would like to see stuff like that, so they can take part into something instead of to come on a corner.
What could I have? Corner League.
Yes.
And Abbots Road, we play against Beaumont Road, and Beaumont Road play against Escarpment Road. But because maybe on one road you won't get a full team.
Yeah.
So you get a combination. Maybe two roads can be one.
Yes.
And two roads be one, because the place is small.
Yes.
If you compare it with Augustown now, you have Bedford Pastor, you have Vumdong, you have Donga Jungle 12 Lesser, you have Augustown, you have the Great August, you have Color Red. So much different place where each of them can represent them on the corner. You see. In
we
Hermitage,
used to have that too. Even the same competition we used to have with Hermitage involved in with the Color Red and so forth.
in the earlier days, Pancho,
Yeah.
when the community was one, and like one club, one people. For you supposed to have some of that history and hear about it. Is your culture they start?
Yes.
It's right on this road.
Yes.
The race them used to take place. And that was
Mrs. Shevans pointed out to me that the reggae sunsplash, cultural day was a catalyst to the reggae sunsplash, to the causing of it.
Yeah. I would go with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe two of them get to trouble on even more than me. But the chances I get and go around and see from Sunsplash from the early days, and then it come to Sunfest and thing. It come out of the same culture. Because the whole of that was promoting culture in the sense.
All of that was promoting culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that word culture, not that it wasn't there a long time and before, but we started writing at this community here. We first recognize our culture there.
Yes.
And we hear it nowhere else in Jamaica.
Next thing I want to ask you, this may that will take you any long time for answer. What was your fun time in Hermitage? Which time in Hermitage was your funnest time?
Well, in the earlier times, those were the real good times. Not that I do, at my age now, I do enjoy myself and socialize with the people and the youth them same way. Because anywhere I go, people know me in Hermitage. And the youth them know me. We talk, we reason. You understand? But as we say, that early time when I tell you Hermitage is like a family, where every night, every week is party and session and them thing there, you know? Those was the real good, nice times. Real for me.
Worse?
The worst was in the later year. I don't know about no bad time in the early times. When the politics and the violence start, that was probably the worst years of my life. Living where I live, I hear thousands of gunshots, day and night. I think that was the worst period, not for only me, for the whole community. There's people who lost their life. Some not by a gunshot, but some by heart attack too. Couldn't take it. And you might know when I said that.
Yeah.
All right. So for the older people who couldn't manage it, I think it was the worst time for everybody. From the young to the very old. Yes, those was the worst time. But I think the youths, I don't have to say the youth, I think they are becoming more civilized in that sense. Where tribal politics and gang warfare, not that it still does exist, but it's not as prevalent and strong as in those days. People more look upon life with more value. And they have a common saying, money over gun.
Yes.
I don't know if you hear that talk. All right. When you hear that talk, it means that people don't look upon the guns too much now. They might look how them can make our money. That them can buy a house or buy a car and be better off. Gun can't buy that. Gun can't do that.
No.
Gun is the end of your life. When you have an illegal one, because if you have a license firearms, a different thing. When you have an illegal weapon, you are encouraging Lucifer in your life.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, and the power, the
Yes.
that is concerned.
Because what good you going to have it for? You're not police, you're not soldier, you're not security force. What you have it for? Kill people and rob people.
Based on
Nah,
where
go
we
work.
are
Nah,
now,
go work.
based on how you see the community now, we are enjoying a long stretch of peace. I mean, there are little things, bits and pieces of violence might crack up. Little things, not anything big or uncontrollable. But what more would you love to see as a visionary? What more would you like to see happening in the community?
For Hermitage?
Yeah.
Hermitage at all.
Yeah.
Well, The first thing what I like to see, and the MP and the Citizen Association have to work together. Them to clean up the place and pave back the sidewalk them. Because when the streets and the sidewalk are degraded, it's an half a different vibe. If you have good clean street and good sidewalk, it encourages people to keep the place beautiful. Right? You can't go by and say, yeah, see how all it stays up. Drop. Put a little paint pan, make the place look upon there. You know, paint when Christmas a come, because Christmas a come. It must be beautiful all year round. And cleanliness. Because we have a cleanliness, you keep better health. You have a healthier society. Too much garbage and rubbish and this and that and them things. So, for me, with Hermitage, what I like, say, the street, them, look for about road. Maybe it's the worst road in Hermitage right now. Because them touch where they not come on. Alright? So the road want fixed and the sidewalk them want fixed. And then people who are block the sidewalk, they need to take off some of these things. Well, there's a lot of progress can be made in different fields. And it go by encouragement. And I must say this, and I'm going to tell you this personally, and it's for all who go and watch this documentary. And I'm going to bring it to your attention. I was invited to a Citizen Association meeting, and I won't tell you where. It's near us, right down there, sir. And they start the meeting. And when they start the meeting, I put up my hand and say, I want to say something. And I say, I say, oh, you will start a meeting and nobody say a word of prayer. I believe in prayer. And I believe that every occasion, whether it's football, cricket, entertainment, just like when you go other places, say a word of prayer. You know what the lady tell me? Nobody know they have to say the prayer. I say, nobody know they were father.
I'm not going to ask you for names.
No, I don't want to call her name either.
No.
Everybody start look for me. Yeah. Then do invite me back and no more meeting because they didn't like my idea. But I say, countryman, as a brethren, and as a resident of this community, likewise anywhere in a Jamaica, I say what I say it anywhere.
Yes.
You cannot have something where the resident are coming together and nobody can say a word of prayer before you begin.
Sure. We always start with that. Always try to start, Daddy Road.
Listen, if you get a chance to talk, I can say, look, I know Daddy Road.
Yes.
Long time.
Yes.
Before him living in Hermitage. I know him for now a top range.
Yeah.
Right? And when the crash program thing on, he was a part of that down there. In later years, he come married to this lady here, come up and live here. Plenty of people never know, say, narrow that's all.
Yes.
That one time he keep a table, you know what is a table?
Church.
The church thing when they put out the table and put candle and bread and fruits.
Yeah, convention.
Yes. Yeah, but in the early days, they call it table.
Yes.
Long tables, long fire. Go to Earl shop.
Yes.
Spread with white flowers and the breads.
Yeah.
Alligator bread, fish bread. You know, same like all the fish make stay. Yeah. And these animals, so them bake the bread them, you know. And they have apple, orange, mango, plum, sweetie, not the
fruit is a must.
Fruits. And no knife is on the table.
Yes.
When you go up, like you line up like a buffet thing and you go up, you have to break off the bread where you want, you know. If you want a ripe banana, you take a, if you want orange, you take a. Yeah. So when I did hear same beat, I said, Rod, how you do invite me? And he started to laugh. He said, Pancho, Yeah, me say, me no want hear not. The next time you keep your table, you used to invite me because I know about these things.
Yes.
And I know about, we go further.
Yes.
I know about Negro spiritual.
Yes.
Not full-blooded in it, but me grow up amongst a lot of African.
Yes.
I wouldn't say black people.
Yes.
Because black people, some me have Indian in my family, black eye and a black man.
Yes.
In skin color. They only take different of them ear.
Yes.
Jet black, if you turn up in the dark, you can't see it.
Yes.
What me talk about African descendant. I have grown up all my life with a lot of African descendants.
Yes.
And enough of my friends them are African. If you want to say black people, it don't matter to me. But me like use that word.
Yes.
Yeah, African descendant. Because it distinguish the races.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Say, but what I always say to people, I say, all the races where you see, you don't see nobody with 3 eyes or 3 ears. Whether you're black, you're brown, or you're white, or what. Everybody is the same 2 eyes, nose, mouth, hand and foot, same way.
Yes.
So we are created equal in the sight of the Almighty.
Yes. Yes.
Right, so what is the reason for make the color of your skin or the texture of your ear? You are going to become a racist.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I mean, that's some of us. That's some of us.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's all, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Because I have some very, very close brethren and friends who are even closer than my family. Me can tell you that. Very close. And when we meet up, I tell you, the joy that is there and the happiness, the peace, the lovingness, and we share. I give a little.
You mean?
Yeah, I give a little piece. We went to a postal function. Same past postal workers function. So we're going to Fletcher's Land it keep, down at Kingston Lane. My friend down there, named Livingston Market, they call him John Bird, born and go here. So when we come and go down there now, there's a lot of youth, just like about 2 years or 3 years ago, I tell you. A lot of youth, the pancake, you know, the bad man thing and the gun thing and the shatter thing. Right. Man, them about all about that. So when you come, I will meet you, baby, we hug up.
Yes.
The love is for your heart. Where you share with your brethren. And the whole of them, when they meet them, don't the whole of them jump up and dance it. And make more noise than want some of the woman them too.
Right. So it's a shallow thinking.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah, man.
shallow way of thinking.
They do.
Thank you again, Mr. Ramdeen.
Respect, man. And there's more to be added
Yeah.
in the future.
Yes.